Good agricultural practices, GAPS. Good agriculture practices, GAPS, are agricultural methods and techniques that aim to promote sustainable farming practices, protect the environment, and ensure the safety and quality of agricultural products. The adoption of GAPS is becoming increasingly important as the world faces challenges related to food security, climate change, and environmental degradation. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in the adoption of GAPS worldwide. Several countries have implemented GAPS as part of their national agricultural policies, and international organizations have developed guidelines and standards for GAPS. For example, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations has developed a set of guidelines for the implementation of GAPS, which have been widely adopted by countries around the world. However, the adoption of GAPS is still limited in some parts of the world, particularly in developing countries. According to a report by the World Bank, many small-scale farmers in developing countries lack the knowledge, resources, and incentives to adopt GAPS. This can result in lower yields, lower quality products, and negative environmental impacts. Efforts are being made to increase the adoption of GAPS, particularly in developing countries. For example, the FAO has launched several initiatives to promote GAPS among small-scale farmers in Africa and Asia. Additionally, private companies and non-governmental organizations are partnering with farmers to provide training and resources for the adoption of GAPS. It is difficult to provide a comprehensive set of statistics on good agricultural practices, GAPS, worldwide, as adoption and implementation of GAPS vary greatly across different regions and countries. However, here are some key statistics that provide a general overview of the state of GAPS. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, estimates that about one-third of all food produced worldwide is lost or wasted, while nearly 800 million people suffer from hunger or malnutrition. GAPS can help reduce food loss and waste and improve the quality and safety of food products. According to a report by the World Bank, small-scale farmers in developing countries often lack the knowledge, resources, and incentives to adopt GAPS. The report estimates that if small-scale farmers were to adopt GAPS, it could increase their productivity by up to 30%. The FAO has developed a set of guidelines for the implementation of GAPS, which have been widely adopted by countries around the world. As of 2021, over 100 countries have developed national GAP programs based on the FAO guidelines. Private sector initiatives, such as the Global GAP Certification Program, have gained traction in recent years, with over 200,000 certified producers in over 130 countries as of 2021. The United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, has implemented a voluntary GAP audit program for fresh fruits and vegetables, which has certified over 29,000 farms as of 2021. In Europe, the European Union has implemented the Common Agricultural Policy, which includes support for the implementation of GAPS by farmers. Additionally, private sector initiatives such as the Global GAP Certification Program have gained traction, with over 10,000 certified producers in Europe as of 2021. Overall, while adoption and implementation of GAPS are still limited in some parts of the world, there is growing awareness of the importance of sustainable and safe agricultural practices, and efforts are being made to increase adoption of GAPS among small-scale farmers in developing countries. Good agricultural practices, GAPS, are gaining increasing attention in India as consumers become more aware of food safety and quality issues, and as the Indian government looks to modernize and improve the country's agriculture sector. The Indian government has launched several initiatives to promote the adoption of GAPS among farmers. National Programme for Organic Production, NPOP, provides certification for organic products based on GAPS. National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture, NMSA, which aims to promote sustainable and climate-resilient agriculture practices. In addition to government initiatives, private sector initiatives are also promoting the adoption of GAPS in India. For example, the Rhine-Ved Livestock Network, RLN, is a private sector initiative that promotes sustainable livestock production through the adoption of GAPS among smallholder farmers in India. However, There are still challenges to the widespread adoption of GAPS in India. Many small-scale farmers lack the knowledge, resources, and incentives to adopt GAPS, and the country's fragmented agricultural supply chains make it difficult to enforce and monitor compliance with GAPS standards. Furthermore, there is a need for greater awareness among Indian consumers about the importance of GAPS and the benefits of consuming safe and high-quality food products. However, as consumers become more aware of food safety and quality issues, and as the Indian government continues to promote the adoption of GAPS among farmers, it is likely that the importance of GAPS will continue to grow in India. There are several organizations in India that provide certification for good agricultural practices, GAPS. Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, APEDA. APEDA is a government agency that promotes the export of agricultural and processed food products from India. APEDA provides certification for GAPS through its Organic Certification Program, which covers various agricultural products such as fruits, vegetables, spices, and cereals. Global GAP. Global GAP is an international organization that provides certification for GAPS in agriculture, aquaculture, and livestock production. The organization has several accredited certification bodies in India that provide global GAP certification to farmers and producers. Bureau Veritas Certification India, BVCI. BVCI is a certification body that provides certification for various management systems, including GAPS. The organization provides certification to farmers and producers in India based on the global GAP standards. Control Union Certifications, CUC. CUC is a global certification body that provides certification for various sustainability and quality standards, including GAPS. CUC provides certification to farmers and producers in India based on the global GAP standards. Indian Society for Certification of Organic Products, ISCO. ISCO is a certification body that provides certification for organic products in India, including certification based on GAPS. The organization provides certification to farmers and producers based on various organic and sustainability standards, including the National Programme for Organic Production, NPOP, and the Participatory Guarantee System for India, PGS India. Thanks for watching.